This is Cheyenne Valentine back today again with a new episode. In today's episode, I want to say this to men, if you are subscribed to this channel. I want to say men that, this is not a bashing video, but I want to break something down. Just because you're a good person does not make you a good boyfriend or husband. Once again, being a good person doesn't make you a good man or a good boyfriend or husband. It's a difference. And so I'm going to give you prime examples so there will be no confusion. I've noticed there's a significant amount of men on YouTube and men I've met in person that say they're a good man, and women, particularly black women, they claim don't like good men. They say black women like losers, men who don't have a good career, players, pieces of shit, all that. Okay, we're going to break this down. Now, I don't focus on these women they're talking about. I focus on the man that's complaining. I focus on the man that's in front of me that's complaining, and I have to analyze him because I got to figure out why he feels this way, because I know as a woman, women want a good guy. Okay, so for this dude to say that women don't want a good man and he's claiming to be a good man, then I have to figure out what's his definition of a good man or husband or boyfriend. Okay, so I'm going to give you a prime example of the difference between a good man and a good person. So I have a friend that I've known since high school. He is an incredible person. What do I mean? He doesn't drink alcohol. He doesn't do drugs. He doesn't smoke cigarettes. He doesn't have any tattoos. He works on engines. He makes about $30-some an hour. He makes good money. He's a good father. He has one son. He's a good father. He barely curses. He curses now and then. He goes to church with his parents. And let's see what else about him. That's pretty much it. A woman can feel safe around him. I haven't heard of him hitting a woman. Is he capable? Okay, so that makes him a good person. He's a good person. I would trust kids around him. I don't think he would molest a child. He's truly a good person. Any woman that has been around him thinks he's a good person. They feel safe with him. They all want to be his friend though. They only want to be his friend. Now I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, oh, that proves our point. Women don't want good men. They want those. No. He made a comment and said that women don't want good men. They don't want a man that has something going on for themselves. They want a loser. And that's because he feels like he's a good man. So he basically is driving a nice car. He has a new vehicle rather, and he just bought a decent home. So he feels he really likes his career. He feels that he's basically the shit. He's a catch. But let me tell you reasons why he would not be considered a good man. Okay, number one, he's scared to talk to women. He does not approach women. He only try to get with women via his friends. Literally, him and my boyfriend came into my job one day, and I mentioned a new person started. It was a woman, and he said, oh, what does she look like? Tell me a little bit about her. And he was going to try to get with her. I befriended the girl next door, and I know if he saw her, he would like her, but I would not hook her up with him because I know she's not going to like him. Number one, he's average looking. He happens to be short. He got a little weight on him. Well, he's not even big, but he's gotten a little bit bigger over the years, but he's not fat or anything. But he's short, but he can find women that are shorter than him. His height is not a deterrent. So he's quiet. He doesn't approach women. So anytime he tries to get with a woman, it's through somebody. Let's say he works with you. He'll try to talk to your family member, and he always has you put in a word for him. So when he's driving down the street, he never goes up to women. If he goes into a store, convenience store, or to Target, and he sees a pretty woman, he doesn't talk to her. If he goes to the mall, he doesn't try to talk and approach. And if he attempts it has to be in a comfortable environment. Like he attempted to talk to this one girl at his elementary school reunion, and it just blew up in his face because he started out saying to the girl, so where do you work? He literally walked up to her and said, where you work at? And she looked stunned, and then he said, well, I work at X, Y, and Z, and that was supposed to impress her. So he has, number one, bad social skills. He does not know how to talk to women. He even told my boyfriend that he's shy and he don't like going up to women. So that's why he he likes to talk to women through a mutual friend. On top of that, he has tried to talk to every female friend he's had. He even tried to get slick with me one time. But every attractive female friend he's had, he's tried to date. He befriends a woman, and then he goes in for the kill like years later. He's the type of person, he's very predictable. He's boring. He doesn't like to go out to bars, clubs, and do anything. He doesn't want to learn how to dance. He loves to play video games. He likes working with his hands, but he doesn't, if a woman went to movies with him, he wouldn't even try to go see a movie that she likes just to make her comfortable. He's also not very affectionate. If he sits next to you, he probably won't put his arm around you. He might attempt or rub on you. He's not the type of man that will tell you that you're beautiful. He won't act silly and just start dancing just for the hell of it. He won't do any of that. He doesn't create any sexual tension between you and him. None of that. So what is my point? My point is that all of this does not make this, so he's a good person, but he's not a good man or boyfriend or husband material. Every woman that gets with him, I'm guarantee you, would cheat on him. He literally barely talks. He doesn't know how to hold a woman's attention. He's a perfect friend because you don't want to have sex with him. Literally, a woman wants to do everything with him but have sex with him. And so this brings me to my point, man. Please stop blaming women for you not having good social skills, or not wanting to change, or not wanting to be what the opposite sex want. Look, in a perfect world, this goes for women and men. I would love to just be myself completely and say, take me as I am. And let's just say being myself would entail me eating really bad foods and not working out and then getting fat, not styling my hair, not bathing, and not brushing my teeth. And I could do that. I'm entitled to do that. But I can't go around and then get mad and tell the opposite sex, well, you should want me because I'm being me. You should accept me the way I am. And you shouldn't want the girl over there that's in shape, who brushes her teeth and styles her hair and smell like roses and flowers, and who wears heels and skirts every day. You should want me. How dare? It's something wrong with you men for not wanting a woman like me. Accept me for who I am. And then when someone comes to me and tell me, okay, you need to change. Men like women who bathe. Men like women who work out and eat healthy. Men like women who have white teeth, not yellow teeth. Men like women who are pleasant to be around, who are submissive. And then they tell me this, and I say, well, I don't give a damn what men like. They should accept me the way that I am, and I'm just gonna find a loophole. I'm just gonna get a really good paying job and then just pay for men. Speaking of that, this same friend, literally, I'm not making this up, at this point in his life, because he refuses to work on his personality, the only way he can get sex from a woman is to pay for it. He literally has a woman that he pays for sex. This man is only 34, but he literally, I don't know how to say this, like, I don't care what woman I hook him up with or would attempt to hook him up with, none of them will want to have sex with him. I know that for a fact. It's not that he's ugly, it's just he doesn't create any sexual tension. He's masculine, but he's not super masculine. And another thing, guys, when we say masculine, we do not mean cussing us out, being violent, cheating, grabbing your crotch. That masculine just means taking the lead. One of our friends that he tried to date, she said, she felt like she was the man in a relationship. She said they was at an event one time and a fight broke out, and she fell down and like she had to protect him. And they did go to an event that this friend was there, and she brought her boyfriend, and a fight broke out, and her boyfriend basically got in front of her to protect her, and then he grabbed her hand and walked her out and said, I'm gonna get you home safely. He immediately jumped to her defense to protect her. With the friend I'm talking about, she said when that happened, when it was just her and him, she almost jumped in front of him to protect him. She said she don't feel safe around him. She don't feel that he could do anything to protect her. She feels like she damn near had to jump in there and protect him. So when a woman says a man that's masculine, a man that at the very least, when it gets down to it, and when she needs you to step up and be a man and protect her does not mean you got to stand in front of a bullet. It just means if someone's fighting and it's a commotion, you stand in front of her and say, babe, let me get you out of here, and you shield over her and you take her hand and you walk her out. That's protection. Not standing looking confused. The first reaction when a fight breaks out and you're with your lady is to protect your lady. That's protection. That's supposed to be in you as a man, and he doesn't really have that. That's not quite how his mind works. Like I said, he loves working with his hands, which is, I guess, considered masculine in a sense. But he loves video games, and most men and between men and women could care less about video games, but some men definitely love video games. I will say that. And so, would you call him a beta male? I would put him in the category of a beta male. But this is the thing. You know, he said that women only like men who are tall and muscular, that are 6'4" and muscular, and they don't. Okay. That's an unfair equivalent, because a lot of men I see are not 6'4" muscular, but yet they still are able to get a girlfriend and impregnate her and marry her and get a woman. So once again, he would make excuses for not getting what he wants. So he's trying to point to things, and we keep telling him it's your personality. You need to work on your social skills. You need to be more outgoing, and then go back to hitting the gym. But even if he got super muscular, his personality is going to turn the woman off. So he decided to work on his income and just make as much money as he could. And so he basically bought a house because he heard that his supervisor was able to get a lot of women because he has a house. So his supervisor makes good money. His supervisor, I was told, is tall, handsome, and has a nice house too. So all that combined, and has a personality. So all that combined is getting him a lot of women. My friend, he literally don't have a personality. He happens to be short. He's not in top shape, and he doesn't. Yeah, and he makes good money, but his income once again is tapped out because of the new car and now the new home and then child support and all that. So he doesn't even have money to spend on a woman. And so he's not listening to what we're telling him. So when I hear these men saying, I'm a good man, no, you're a good human being, you're a good person. Just because you're a good person, you don't go around molesting kids, or you're not a murderer, or you're not a thief, and you got morals and integrity. That's great, and stay like that. But just because you have it does not mean there's not other things that you can work on. Same with me. I would love to just be quote unquote me with all my flaws, and have men accept that and say, okay, take me as I am, treat me like a queen. It don't work like that. If you want something from the opposite sex, you got to give something. You have to be what they want. You just can't come and say, here I am, and then get what you want. But so you get what you want, but they don't get what they want. It don't work like that. And I keep telling him that, okay, learn how to dance. And he's like, well, telling me to learn how to dance is essentially telling you how to, to work on a car. Would you like to work on a car? I said, no, I would like to work on a car. That's not my interest. But however, if I learned how to work on a car, that would actually benefit me. I won't have to pay somebody to do it for me. So actually me learning that skill set will actually help me. So you learning how to dance will help you get more attention from women, which is what the hell you want. You see, so we have to understand, and this is to men, don't be too proud and ego driven and stubborn to change, to be what you need to be to get what you want. So no one said it was going to be easy. No one said if you're an introvert I'm actually an introvert. I'm actually quiet and laid back. Even though I do videos, I'm an introvert. But I have to each and every day force myself to be more outgoing. I don't have to turn myself into an extrovert, but I have to still go out and mingle with people and talk to people and put myself in a social setting. That's the only way I can get good at interacting, socializing with people. I'm not going to make myself into an extrovert because it would not be genuine, but I can still be sociable and be a people's person. You understand? No one's telling you to change your identity. It's just saying it's some skill sets that you need to learn. And it's nothing wrong with learning how to be more sociable. And it's nothing wrong with you being a good man, but also needing to work on other things. Excuse me, take that back. It's nothing wrong with you being a good person, but there's things that you need to improve to be a good man or husband or / boyfriend. Those are two different things, man. Being a good person, being a good man is two different things. Being a good person just means you're a good person. But it does not mean that you will be somebody a woman want to date. If you don't stimulate a woman sexually, if you are born to be around, if you can't protect her when she goes out, she pretty much feels she has to protect you. If you don't want to spend any money on her because you tapped out your income trying to lure her in with your house and your car, but you don't even have any money to spend on her. And let me say something too, fellas. For you men out here who call yourself getting an expensive car or home to lure in unsuspecting women to get sex, but you can't afford it, you're going up a slippery slope. Because I don't know if you notice about women, but do you want to know the reason why women go after men with a nice car and a nice big home? Oh wait, do you really know? I think you know this, but I think my friends just don't know. It's not the actual house and car she cares about. It's what it symbolizes. So if you have a nice, let's say you stay in a mansion and you have a Porsche, or a Maserati, and you have a mansion. What does that symbolize? That you have money, that you're wealthy. So she wants some of your money. She wants you to take care of her. She wants you to spend some of your money on her. She wanna be part of a nice lifestyle. It's not that she wants the house and Maserati. No, it's that she wants you to get her a house and get her a Maserati. It's just because, see, women think that a man would not possibly tap out all his income to get a really nice house and a really nice car and have no money left over. See, when a woman sees you driving a nice car and you stay in an expensive house, she just assumes that that's money that was left over, that you have plenty of money and that you would not dare be house broke or car broke. She's not knowing that some of these men are tapping out their budget and working 2 or 3 jobs just to afford that house and that car to lure women in for sex. But then the women find out he's broke, and then she feels bamboozled. I knew a guy, I remember fresh out of high school, he was working 2 or 3 jobs. He was driving a Lexus, and he came up to me one day, and I was going to the movie theater, and he said, "Hey, what's going on?" I said, "Hi." And I said, "Don't you have a baby with Renee?" It was a girl that he had a baby with. He said, "What?" I said, "Don't you have a baby with Renee?" And he was like, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, okay, you have a nice day." And he just standing there just looking at me. He thought because I knew him from high school and he's driving a Lexus that I care. I didn't give a damn. You're working 2 or 3 jobs for that vehicle. I heard your dad be dead. You never gonna fucking touch me. See, he was gonna try to use the car to lure. He would use the car to lure women in for sex. But what men don't understand, the car symbolizes that you have. They think if you have a nice car, nice home, that you have expendable money. You have money to spend on them, because you couldn't possibly tap out your whole budget on that vehicle and that house. Okay, so what my friend is not understanding is that you tapping out your budget for that vehicle and that house is not going to get you what you think you're going to get. Because once the women, and let me say something else, everybody. He bought this house in hopes of a woman coming and helping him pay the mortgage. He don't have a personality. He has a kid. He's a single dad. I mean, his kid, he has a kid sometimes. The kid's with the mom most of the time, though. He likes to play video games. He don't like to talk. He's not in top shape. He's boring. He don't like to go out and do anything. And then he wants a woman to come, possibly move in, give him unlimited freaky sex, and then help him pay the mortgage. Like, this dude is so delusional. And he's stubborn. He won't listen to anybody. His own sister's been telling him, "Dude, you're delusional. What are you on?" And he just won't. He won't listen to anybody. So I just wanted to get a scenario, because for you men out here saying that you're a good man and women don't like good men, we do like good men, okay? But no, what you are, you probably a good person, and you refuse to work on your skills to be a good man, to be a catch. It's a lot of women out here that are good people. It's a lot of women out here who you can trust around your children. She'll cook for you. She's trustworthy. She has morals and integrity, but you don't want to sleep with her because her body looks like crap. Maybe her breath stank. Maybe she Maybe she's bad with money. Maybe she got some very messed up habits, but she could still be a good person. But that does not mean she's a good woman or a good wife or a good girlfriend. She's not someone that you would be romantic with, but she'll be maybe somebody you'd be a friend with, because she's a good person. Fellas might be in that category, and you don't want to change. Nobody, look, you're not entitled to have anybody. I'm not entitled to have anybody, and you're not entitled to have anybody. Nobody on this planet is entitled to be with anybody. You have to be what the people want. Flat out. And if you're not what the majority of people that you want, then you need to become that person.